Good morning, everyone. My name is Yaron. I'm the music director for the Center for Spiritual Living, and let's all start with a beautiful song. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger and endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes a chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying that never learns to live. It's a night that's been too lonely, and the road has been too long, and you feel that love is only for the lucky and for the strong. Just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
Thank you, Yaron. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles. That was Yaron Spiewak sharing with us the song from The Rose. Welcome to our Sunday celebration service. We come together every Sunday morning, known as the Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles. Today is May 10th in the year 2020, and we gather together again today through the technology of Zoom and Facebook and live stream and various other methods of technology that will bring this service to you in a format that you can take it in and process it and experience it and enjoy it. And so personally, I'd like to say thank you to the universe for the opportunity to come together in this way, and for each and every one of you that supports us on this journey of knowing who we are in a new way in life. I was thinking this morning, I think this is our 8th or 10th online service in this manner, and it's certainly becoming much more comfortable, and I trust and hope that that's the same for each and every one of you, while I also know for all of us that we have a very challenging time not being able to be together in person and share that connection of energy that we share when we are together. And so I'd like to let you know who we are as a spiritual community. We're a spiritual community that's come together over the last 30 years here in the land of Los Angeles. Currently, our physical home is at 1200 North La Brea Avenue in West Hollywood, California. We come together as a community to practice the philosophy and faith and way of mind known as the science of mind primarily. It's a collaboration of all the great teachings, spiritual teachings in the universe that Dr. Ernest Holmes, put together and was published in a book called The Science of Mind. The very essence of this philosophy and faith and way of life is that there's only one thing taking place in the universe. That's an infinite energy, an infinite power, infinite intelligence, and you and I each individualize this power. We both process it, experience it, express it through our minds, our individual minds that's connected to the one mind. It's through our thoughts and our actions and our reactions and our interactions in life itself that we experience our consciousness, our beliefs. That's because we live in a universe that is governed by spiritual law, much like physical laws. And so what we think shows up in form. And so the vision statement for our teaching and our community is supporting individuals finding their personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening. And so today we come together on this Mother's Day to support you, no matter where you are on your physical journey in life, but wherever you're at in the collaborative technological journey today as you're participating in this service, to know that we as a community support you in finding your personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening. And so our founder, Dr. David J. Walker, used to say each and every Sunday morning that we welcome one and we welcome all. And so right now, I'd like for you to know that we welcome you as we support you in finding your personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening, and that brings peace and solace and power and beauty and joy to you in your life. I'd also like to invite all of our community right now, as we say hello to each other, to make sure that you've turned off your video camera on your computer, on your phone, and audio. And just know that we appreciate you being a part of this service that we come together and be a part of today. To know that you're vital to us on every Sunday and every day. And when I say we, I speak of me and the ministerial team, as well as our board of trustees and all of our community, knowing that each and every one of you is honored and supported. And we honor the spirit within you. As you can see on the screen, there is a namaste taking place that shows that the spirit within me honors and salutes the spirit within you. United we become. It's not just that we become united, we already are united. In our philosophy and faith and way of life, one of the continuing aspects through the book is to support that we are one, that we are all interconnected by means of spirit, by means of life, and by means of our minds. So I invite us all to take a deep breath in together and exhale, and just feel that presence that exists by means of all of us, with gratitude for being able to come together today. And let's place our hands together over our chest and namaste. And so we open our service every Sunday morning with a ritual. It's called Calling in the Light. The way that this ritual will unfold is I will share with us a prayer or an affirmation, and then we will sing a song together called Let There Be Peace on Earth that Yaron will take us through on a journey. And then we will end with what's called spiritual mind treatment, or also known as affirmative prayer. Here in this philosophy, faith, and way of life, we pray in the declarative and the affirmative, not beseeching some power outside of us, but affirming that within the mind of the divine, everything that we seek to experience and express already exists. And it's through our developing the consciousness of that and having faith in the law of life that it becomes made manifest in our world. And so this morning, on Mother's Day, the affirmation and prayer that I have for us is one that I wrote that I have sent out to many of the mothers in my life today. And so I invite you, as we move into this part of our morning service, to bring into your mind's eye either your mother or yourself if you're a mother, and hear these words and feel the energy behind them. Happy Mother's Day. May your day be filled with wonder and love. May you be wrapped in gratitude for all you have given. May your heart expand with pride for how you have loved and provided. May you know, without a shadow of a doubt, you have made a difference. Yaron will now lead us in song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And so as we take a moment and embody the very peace that exists on this planet, that is deep within our mind, our heart, our soul, and our being, I declare and affirm for each one of us that we know peace for every mother on this planet. That we trust and know that each mother knows without a shadow of a doubt that they've made a difference. That they know that their heart has expanded with pride for how they've loved and provided. That they are wrapped in gratitude for all that they have given. And that this day and every day ahead is filled with wonder and love. And any feelings of less than, or shame, guilt, or misgivings are dissolved and erased in this very moment. That's the same for you and I, should we hold these feelings towards our mother. And in this very moment, having processed the act of forgiveness, we align ourselves with peace, power, beauty and joy, light, life, love, and wisdom. And allow these qualities that we are each imbued with to be present in our life right now, as we send them forth, allowing them to emanate out from us, connecting to our mother and all mothers. Today is the day that we grow with love. As we say together, and so it is. So our musical guest today is a gentleman who's been with us both in person and over the years, actually, and also was a part of our recent concert that we did, a concert to soothe the soul. He's joining us today to sing a beautiful song to continue us on this vibrational journey of raising our vibrations into knowing who we are and celebrating life and the ability to give life itself. He is a powerhouse of a talent, and it's my true pleasure and honor to introduce to those of you who have never been in the presence of this wonderful being of light, and for those of you that have, to welcome him into our online community this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Omer Shaish.
Hi, everyone. Pleasure to be here. When I am down and oh, my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly, but when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Whew, Omer, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're getting all types of clap emojis from those watching online. So I wanted you to be aware of that. So thank you for sharing your talent. Thank you for owning your talent and for giving it in the way that you do. So just want you to know it's touches my heart and my soul that you do that and that you share that with us here at the community of the Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles. And take a deep breath, and I invite you to watch the slideshow and listen to my message and get recharged for the next song that you're doing, because I know you're going to rock it out of the house. And so it's a big song. So I look forward to it. Thank you, Omer.
Thank you, Keith.
See you momentarily, okay?
See you in a bit.
So I know we all loved having Omer sing that song to us just then. And what a talent that he is. And as he was singing it, it was reminding me that one wonderful way to listen to that particular song is through using the mother in our lives for having raised us up. And so I'm going to take us to a slideshow at this moment. Last Sunday we did a Q&A, and it was pretty much slide free, and I'm sure that you all loved that and enjoyed having that, and I did too. And I'm going to take us on a different journey today, so just know that we are here to enjoy some visuals and some energy as we move into this experience of Mother's Day. The theme for the month that is now kicked off, which is May 2020, is growing forward when you can't go back. I'll speak for myself and for many conversations I've had with several, many of whom are you all on this call, of where do we go from here? How do we grow from here, knowing that there has been this huge upheaval in the world as we knew it to be, in the society that we participated in, and what is the future going to look like? I love the visual of this plant and flower that is coming out through the, I believe it's called the weep hole of a pot. And it just goes to show much of what we have spoken about and looked at through the month of April, which is that the process of seed, plant, flower is a continuing life cycle. It's one that transpires and transforms and takes root and takes place, whether there is a crisis or pandemic taking place on our planet or not. And so the process of life itself is an ongoing process. And the theme that I have for us today on May 10th in the year 2020 is this: to grow or not to grow? That is the question. And so it is my intention and objective today for us to look at how are we choosing to grow forward from this moment, knowing that we can't go back. Really not a new concept. No matter what was transpiring in our life, we couldn't go back anyway. We certainly have the ability and the capacity through our mind to remember life as it was before, to cherish certain memories, to hold dear certain aspects of life. But if we were to step far enough back and not live at life through a myopic view and get a world view, if you will, we have the opportunity to remember that everything that is transpiring is a result of our mental activity. And so today I invite you to open your mind, open your heart, open your being to not only receive what I am sharing with you in the form of a message, but maybe a message from the divine to you today that is time to grow forward. And are you going to choose to do so? Not just because we've experienced a crisis and may continue to do so in the world of effect or form, but because we each have the ability daily, moment by moment, with our thoughts and our beliefs and actions and reactions, interactions in life, to create and choose a new perspective, leading us to a new state of mind, ultimately being part of a co-creative process that brings us a new experience in life. I'd like to begin this part of my message today by reading to you a part of an article, a column from a book that was published by Irma Louise Bombeck. who was an American humorist who achieved great popularity for her newspaper column that described suburban home life from the mid-1960s until the late 1990s. She also published 15 books, most of which became bestsellers. I invite you to listen to this today in the context of creation. If you choose to think of your mother during this time, I honor that for you and hope that it brings you good memories. In preparing for today, it reminded me of how much my mother actually loved Irma Bombeck. And here's what Irma writes for us. When the good Lord was creating mothers, he was into his 6th day of overtime. When the angel appeared and said, "You're doing a lot of fiddling around on this one," and God said, "Have you read the specs on this order? She has to be completely washable, but not plastic. She must have 180 movable parts, all replaceable, run on black coffee and leftovers, have a lap that disappears when she stands up, a kiss that can cure anything from a broken leg to a disappointed love affair, and 6 pairs of hands." The angel shook her head slowly and said, "6 pairs of hands? No way." "It's not the hands that are causing me problems," God remarked. "It's the 3 pairs of eyes that's giving me an issue." "Well, that's on the standard model," asked the angel. God nodded. "One pair that sees through closed doors when she asks, 'What are you doing in there?' when she already knows. Another here in the back of her head that sees what she shouldn't, but what she has to know. And of course, the ones here in front that can look at a child when he goofs up and say, 'I understand and I love you,' without so much as uttering a word." "God," said the angel, touching his sleeve gently, "get some rest tomorrow." "I can't," said God. "I'm so close to creating something so close to myself already. I have one who heals herself when she is sick, can feed a family of 6 on a pound of hamburger, and can get a 9-year-old to stand under a shower." The angel circled the model of a mother very slowly. "It's too tough," she sighed. "But tough," said God excitedly. "You can imagine what this mother can endure. Can it think? Not only can it think, but it can reason and compromise," said the Creator. Finally, the angel bent over, ran her finger across the cheek. "There's a leak," she pronounced. "I told you that you were trying to put too much into this model." "It's not a leak," said the Lord. "It's a tear." "What's it for?" "It's for joy, sadness, disappointment, pain, loneliness, and pride." "You're a genius," said the angel. Somberly, God said, "I didn't put it there." Yes, this story speaks of God creating the mother as a superhuman. But one of the things that I love about this story is it speaks not just to the mother, but the superhuman qualities that we each have as divine beings, if you will. Being able to be present in all aspects of life at all times. You and I each have had the experience in life where we've experienced something as a result of a state of mind that we've created that seemed to have been transcendent of what was possible prior to that moment. And then the tear comes. And what was the tear for? Well, the tear, I believe, represents and is emblematic to us of that moment in life where our humanity is an outward expression of our divinity. Our ability to feel what's going on in life. Our ability to dance that dance of our divinity, our absoluteness, our oneness, our allness, our infiniteness, with the conditioned, our humanity, that where we experience life itself. And so often I speak to us of that dance of the beloved, the divine dance of living life through our humanity and through our divinity, and from our divinity through our humanity. As we move on this journey of finding our personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening, is within the spiritual awakening component in life that we become more and more aware of our divine nature, that place that is deep within us, that is penetrable through our thoughts and beliefs and actions and reactions, our awareness, as Deepak Chopra tells us. But that place that cannot be changed no matter what transpires on earth. And yet, because we are contemplative beings, because we are beings that have the ability to emote and experience our emotions, using that in a way to propagate a higher vibrational frequency of life itself, of our personal experience of life, gives us the opportunity to rise up in our consciousness so that we know who we are at a deep level and know that we know who we are at this deeper level, and in so doing be part of a co-creative process that brings forth into our experience a reflection of the very thing that we are. And I know each and every Sunday and many times in class I remind us of the qualities that we are imbued with as divine beings, which are peace and power and beauty and joy and light and life and love and wisdom. And so what I'm saying to us is the more and more that we focus on not just those qualities, but own them as a state of mind and then experience and express them in life itself, the more and more we will experience those. But the thing for us to remember is that we're all on a journey, a quest, if you will, to know who we are as a divine being. It's important for us to remember, as John Bradshaw tells us, that the spiritual quest is not some added benefit to our life, something that we embark on if you have the time and inclination. For we are spiritual beings on an earthly journey, and our spirituality makes up our beingness. It's our awareness of who we are as a spiritual being that makes up the totality through our awareness of who we are and how we express ourself, our beingness, our being in the world. To understand that that is not a finite experience. It's an infinite journey in life. And the more and more that we become aware and express our spiritual nature, the more and more our journey itself will reflect that. To remember, as this cute little cartoon shows us, is that we're always on a journey. No matter where we're at in life, we are all on our journey. Yes, that's the journey collectively for us as a species, as an expression of life, as well as an individualized journey. One of continually using our ability to become awakened, which leads to the opportunity for personal self-empowerment. The journey individually of finding personal self-empowerment as we become more and more spiritually awakened. And so today I want us to look at the co-creative process of how we have come to be who we are on this journey in life. I love this quote that tells us that the spectacular journey into selfhood begins in a safe and protected environment, the womb. The womb of our mother mirrors the larger womb of creation from which we emerge. We develop within the mother's body, and her body serves as the first and primal matrix of experience. What we're being told here is that as infinite beings, that we're alive and well as a consciousness, that as we move into our mother's womb, that the continuation of life that is transpiring in this safe environment is a womb of creation from which we emerge into physical form, being able to experience life in a new way as we have taken human form. But this process mirrors that larger womb of creation from which we, beings of life, emerge into life. And it's the same as any other thing that we call forth into experience. that we desire to co-create that has the ultimate outcome of emerging from creation into form. And it's important to remember that on our journey in life, that our development within the mother's body, and that her body serves for us the first and primary matrix of our experience as we take this life form. And to remember that behind all of our stories in life, each and every one of them, is our mother's story. Because we are connected in a very physical DNA, but also a spiritual DNA. And so as Mitch Albom tells us, behind all of your stories is always your mother's story, because hers is where yours begin. I invite us to take that in on this Mother's Day in a new way, to look at this spiritual truth on different levels. As I just said, the level of, yes, the physical DNA that we experience when we take life form in our mother's womb, that place where we emerge and have had just the first matrix of our physical experience. But because in the teachings of the science of mind, and that we understand that all is mind, as all is connected, that we're also taking on the story that our mother is having during this time of us being in her womb. Her behaviors and her thoughts and her beliefs and her actions all become a part of our story, a part of our consciousness, as well as the story that our mother got to experience from her mother and her mother's mother. And it goes on and on and on. It's an opportunity for us today to begin to view our experience with our mother, our physical mother, in a new light, and to do a new perspective and healing if we desire to do that. James Fowles tells us that the influence of a mother in the lives of her children is beyond calculation. In other words, that influence not just behaviorally through our life when we exited that womb and took on life of sharing physical form with our mother, but even in the womb and prior to that, that the influence from this being that has given birth to us is beyond calculation and almost beyond comprehension. And so I ask you, when you hear this today, how does it make you feel? Does it bring forth feelings of joy and peace and love? Or is it something contrary to that? Does this information cause you to become more personally self-empowered? Are you having an opposite experience? Both are valid. Both are real. The important thing today is to remember to let it rise up so that you may create a new perspective and appreciation. Because healing is revealing, and Dr. Ernest Holmes has informed us through the teaching of the science of mind that that which we experience in form and the consciousness from which we process that gives us the opportunity to take a look at what is going on in our mind. And if we don't like what's transpiring in our mind, we have the opportunity, because we're contemplative mental beings, to choose a new idea. We've heard it 1,000 times. Change your thinking, change your life. In other words, if you want to change your life and your perspective on life, what is required is to change your thinking. Today, we have an opportunity to grow or not to grow. Not only is that the question, but it's also the invitation. We're looking at spiritual growth today because it's important for us to remember that spiritual growth is a choice. It requires diligent effort. And for you and I to grow forward and not look back, and to bring forth into life a new experience that is reflective of a state of mind that is clear on how we desire to experience and to express life from this moment forward, separate from COVID-19 while including COVID-19, requires diligent effort. It's important to remember that spiritual growth is a choice, and that it's unlike physical growth. Now, people grow physically by default unless there's some disorder there. That no effort is required on our part for physical growth. We mature physically whether we want to or not. We're each physical examples of that. And I'm sure I could go down a long list of what that looks like, whether it's our skin wrinkling or our hair graying. Just earlier, I was looking in the camera and I thought I was seeing a bald spot, and it was just simply the angle of the camera. What that speaks to is that we are always maturing physically because that is the nature of life. But it's important for us to remember to don't think that just because we grow older, we are growing spiritually. That's two different things. For spiritual growth is a choice, and it requires diligent effort. And for us to remember that we're on a journey, our journey, and that no matter what shows up or has shown up, we always have opportunities before us. I love this little picture from the book called Buddha Doodles. And it tells us that obstacles are simply opportunities for new adventures. As many of you know, I studied with a man by the name of Fred Wilson for years. And his whole philosophy and faith was that opportunity is everywhere. It's multi-dimensional, and you and I get to experience that opportunity becoming form in the experiential realm if we choose to not only seize that opportunity, but to use our nature of being a co-creator in an affirmative way to mold that experience, if we are willing to have not only the diligent effort, but to do the work. And just like this little person and this little elephant that's wanting to crawl over the rocks, we get to choose to decide whether it's a new adventure or not. It's important for us to remember that at this point in our life and all moments forward, that where we give our attention, what we give our attention to grows. It's important for us to remember that wherever we're giving our attention is our vibration, and the universe is matching it. We learned that through this recent class of the mystical nature of conscious evolution, that every single thing vibrates at a frequency. And you and I have the opportunity to raise our vibrational frequency to match that of our divine nature. And to remember that at all times, giving attention to our intentions co-creates our bringing forth that intention into fulfillment. Because inherent with every intention is the seed for its fulfillment. And so today you and I have the opportunity before us to live in a greater state of oneness. From a place of understanding that we're all interconnected in a new way. Meaning a new way, not physically a new way we're interconnected, but a new way of understanding of that interconnectedness. I shared with you 2 weeks ago this slide of, I kept thinking on my journey of awakening and hearing the song from Steve Winwood of Bring Me a Higher Love. And I think that that is a great intention for us to set today, to bring me a higher love. Love, not just the human emotion, and certainly we all desire to experience that more and more, and I know we all can't wait for that moment where we can hug again, but bring forth through me a higher love. The love, as Ernest Holmes defines, as the self-givingness of spirit whose desire is to create more of itself, and the only way it can do that is through you and through me. And because we are connected in a way that is transcendent of our physical interaction, as we attract that higher love, really igniting the love that exists within us, then we emanate and express it as this vibrational frequency shows from this slide, and let it out into the universe in a way that creates this ripple effect where you and I can feel in this very moment that we are hugging virtually each and every one of us that are on this celebration service through technology. And that we can do that today to all mothers, being Mother's Day 2020. And we can do that to our own personal mother, no matter what the relationship is that we've had. That today is the day that we can choose to use the power of the divine, that one thing, to lift us up. Omer sang the song to us earlier, You Lift Me Up. And the lyrics are so powerful because it tells us that when I'm down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. For you raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders, for you raise me up to be more than I can be. Now, certainly the lyrics of this song implies the you itself as something outside of us, or that we seek it to come to sit with us. But let's understand that in the teachings of the science of mind and other metaphysical-based teachings, that you raise me up, you let me stand on mountains. It's just simply an affirmation of an attraction into our world, a state of mind that is aligning with the very thing that already exists. You. Who is the you? Well, the you, as Ernest Holmes tells us, is the thing itself. It is that infinite, impersonal, omniscient, omnipresent power, life itself. It's the first cause to all creation, including you and me, and the very thing that we desire to experience through the intentions that we place our attention on. It is the absolute, the unconditioned, meaning it is the thing that is unalterable, unchangeable, that cannot be changed or dissipate or dissolve like the conditioned. It is the unconditioned. It is source of all. It is mind, the one mind. It is the co-creator by which we co-create using our individual mind. It is the great I am. You hear me say so often in our philosophy and faith and way of life, we have no attachment whatsoever to what you call this power. But we're very clear that it's important to call it and call it often. And so today I invite you and encourage you to reignite in a new way the connection to this very power, source, mind, creator, first cause, the thing itself, and use its power in a way that gives you the opportunity to propel yourself to grow forward during this time. And to know that this journey that we each have been on has not only been one of personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening, but has been one of importance. It's been one with meaning, and it will continue to be one that gives us opportunity to grow forward again. And so today, this Mother's Day, I encourage you to take a moment to honor your mother and to remember right now that mother is a verb, not a noun. And as you honor your mother, choose to do this consciously from a state of gratitude and take the time to acknowledge the one who gave birth to you. No matter your journey, this pivotal point of creation is amazing. So I encourage you to stop, take a moment, and honor this creative process. For it also exists within you and within me. You and I have within us this womb of creation. It's our mind. And we have the ability to birth through us something of magnificence. So let's decide today what that is. And let's take time for ourselves and connect to the mental space to feel worthy of our dreams, desires, goals, and intentions coming alive and taking form. Let's allow ourselves to know that just like your life, these may require an incubation period. Because you and I are one with the infinite nature of life, our dreams and goals will be birthed with the proper attention and willingness to surrender to the creative process. And just as every mother will tell you, no matter where we're at on this journey, the work has only just begun. From birth forward, you and I are required to care for, nurture, love unconditionally, and celebrate the good times and forgive the bad in life. For that is what a mother must do. And so I can hear my mother, Peggy, that's her photo below, say that every gray hair in her head, and they came fast and furious, can be attributed to me. She never strayed away from staying present in my growth. No matter, truly, no matter how painful or difficult it was. That's love. Tears and all. And so today, this Mother's Day, let's all take a moment and remember that we have before us the opportunity to grow. And let's choose to know that today is the day that we grow forward with love. And so it is. And so let's all just take a deep breath in and exhale. Taking another deep breath in and exhale as Omer prepares to give us another amazing piece of music. Omer, are you ready for us? There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Omer Shaish.
Thank you, Keith. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting out for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is built with things from far away. The special things I compile, each of them to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our mind. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Thank you so much. Omer, thank you for giving us that gift and reminding us that we have the million dreams that we can create, and today's the day to do that. Hope you've had a wonderful time being with us today. We've truly had a great time having you with us and being with you.
Wonderful as always. Thank you, Keith.
Great. Thank you, Omer. Have a great Sunday. Have a great
Thank
Sunday.
you
Right
too.
back at
Bye,
you, brother.
everyone.
Right back at you. So now is the time in our service for for our conscious giving. We are a community that thrives on support from our community financially, and I invite you today to open your mind in a way to provide and share and give to support us in the continuation of being who we are and providing individuals an opportunity to find their personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening. And the opportunities and the ways to give today are, you can go to our website, CSL-LA.org, and click on donate. That will take you through PayPal and its process. You can use the app in the App Store, Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles. That will also guide you through to see the donate tab. You can mail in a check. I'm in the office or run by the office once a week and pick up checks. So know that those are all deeply appreciated, as all of your giving is appreciated. Or you can call me and I can handle it privately. And so as we all prepare to do that and to give today, Yaron's going to take us through our giving song called Love Is My Decision. Yaron, take it away.
Thank you, Keith. Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, Source will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision right here, right now.
And so let's affirm that all that we give today is a deep reflection of our knowing who we are as abundant beings, moving along on this journey of becoming more awakened, alive, and alert to who we are as divine beings living in a universe that is good by nature. And so with gratitude, we give today for the opportunity to be a conscious participant in this circulation of good that exists. We affirm for all on this planet that good is multiplied abundantly. That we move today into a greater awareness of the abundance of the universe. and consciously attract it into our field of experience and giving it back out, staying in this circular form of creation, letting it be, as we say together, and so it is. And so I want to share with you what's going on in the CSL-LA world right now. We are continuing to have our Wednesday coffee clutch. That's at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Please feel free to join us. We come together on Wednesdays for an hour to just catch up, to check in, to experience a moment of inspiration and to honor each other. And sometimes we will use a catalyst for conversation, but it's just really an opportunity to be together and be inspired midweek as a pick-me-up. So please join us and be a part of that, and let that opportunity for growth take place for us as a community. I want to let you know that our Thursday evening Snappy Hour continues. That's a time that we come together at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, all through Zoom, to just let our hair down and have some fun and tell some jokes and tell a story or two or read some poetry and just come together, usually 30-45 minutes, and just reconnect during this time, since we are not able to be in person. So know that those two things are happening this week, and as other things develop, we'll let you know that. Some of you have asked when we will be back in the building. There is no date for that right now. We're considered a part of the third phase through Governor Gavin Newsom's plan. So those dates have not been released, as well as there will be many, many steps that would be required prior to us going back in the building, in the sense of setting the structure up and a lot of that. So just know we'll keep you posted on that. In the context of Zoom, you're being alerted, I'm sure, every time you sign on Zoom to upload to the newest version of Zoom. Please do that if you haven't, because the older versions will no longer be able to be used after May. So I'm giving you the heads up on that. Have a big thank you to those that have contributed today to the actual service itself through technology, other than those of you that I'm so happy to have join us and participate. And the individuals that are doing that are Omer Shaish. Omer, a big thank you to you. A thank you to our one and only Yaron Spiewak. A big thank you, Yaron, for not only helping us book talent, but a lot of the programming that you're doing. Thank you to Travis Smith, who is just invaluable to us and the way that you support this community through technology. A big thank you to you, Travis, as well as to Rob Hensley, who not only supports me administratively, but supports us all technologically and runs our connection from Zoom to Facebook, and well as keeps us in line through all of our social media and technological ways of expressing this ministry. In speaking of technology and social media, I'd like to invite all of you to make sure that you follow us on our Facebook page, Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles, as well as through Instagram, and make sure that you've downloaded the app and that you have that on there to follow us for meditations and the talks and what's happening. All right, I'm going to take a breath and take a drink of water, while each of you can turn your cameras on if you like. Sorry for hear that noise, but I'm a little bit dehydrated. For those of you that are joining us on Facebook, I want to say a big hello and thank you to you all for being there. I invite you to share us with your friends. I invite you to turn your cameras on, but not your microphones, please. And this will give us all an opportunity to see each other, should you desire to do that. And Dr. Neil, I just ask you to turn yours on, so know that you have the opportunity to do that. Make sure that your backgrounds are things that are beautiful. I see that Frank is showing us his picture of his mother. I'm assuming that's not him with a wig on. And so for all of you, you can click up in the upper right-hand portion of your screen and hit the grid view, which will give you the opportunity to see everybody that's online if you'd like to do that. Let's all wave to Dr. Neil right now. Let him know that we can see him. Any of the rest of you that would like to join online, or if you need to have your cameras turned on, I'll be happy to do that. Give me just one moment. You should be able to do that on your own, so I shouldn't have to have to give you permission, but I will do that. Give me just 1 second. If there's someone else that would like, okay, Jesus, I asked you. So if there's anybody else that would like it, just let me know, please. Okay, hold on, everybody. Everybody just hold on just a second, alrighty? All right, so we're going to continue. So let's all close our eyes, and let's begin to prepare for meditation as we close. And I will unlock those of you that I haven't. Who wants this job? All right.
Thank you.
So I shouldn't be able to hear you. Just 1 second. I'm getting us to our music. So let's all take a deep breath in. And exhale. As we inhale together again. And exhale. As we bring into our mind's eye the visual of our mother, we say thank you. Choosing to take our awareness back to the time we were in the womb. And consciously choose to know that this time, this space, this energy is of love. It is of joy. It's of peace. It's a blessed environment. And so letting this time and this energy and these vibrational frequencies not only be immersed in that amniotic fluid, but in the entirety of the womb, we know that this first matrix of experience that we have as we are birthed into the physical world is one where we bring this joy and this beauty and this love with us. And so we have gratitude to the being of light that not only carried us, on the journey to this moment of birth, but that was the physical vessel from which we emerged. And so we choose that today is the day that we grow forward, still completely surrounded and immersed in love and beauty and joy and being in a blessed environment. And choosing that every facet and aspect and the totality of this experience is the foundation from how we move forward, how we grow forward. Choosing to be a living example, step by step, thought by thought, belief by belief, emotion by emotion, giving and receiving the very thing itself. Today we open our being to the opportunity to express and experience the affirmation. Here we grow again in a new, more meaningful, more purposeful way, steeped and founded in this womb of love, of peace, of joy, and blessings. Here we grow again. As we all say together, and so it is.
And so it is.
It is.
And so it is. And
Thank
so
you.
it is.
Thank
Mothers to
you.
everyone.
Thank you, Keith.